history, unbeaten. Nebraska Cornhuskers continue their quest for a fourth trip to the Final Four in 5 years as they take on the Kansas State Wildcats. Hello again, everyone, and welcome inside the Bottom County Sports Center along with Kathy Wieskamp. I'm Larry Putney. Great to have you with us for second round NCAA tournament action. Last night, the Wildcats with the big upset down the Toreros out of San Diego, which was the San Diego tournament. And Wildcats have come with some fans here tonight from Manhattan, not far away. Huskers won last night with the win to LIU, 3-0 the process at 476, and up their season, their hitting percentage for 356.
Those numbers are just incredible and really unheard of. But last night they really outperformed well. The middles, particularly, some record-setting percentages there. With Annie Jackson and Rebecca Alec, just incredible middle outing last night. Jackson 8-33 on the night.
Starting lineups: Ava LeGrand, Shaylee Byers, Britta Schmidt, all former Nebraska preps in the starting lineup for the Wildcats. For Nebraska, a very similar starting lineup, although tonight they will go with Lady Choboy at the libero. Look for Morgan Riley early to get Virginia Adriano into the mix, as Nebraska typically does. Another sellout crowd here at the Vandy Sports Center. 61 consecutive matches here at home in Lincoln. Underway here in Lincoln. Outside. Into the block, not down.
Harper Murray, the blocker's hands, tossed it off the outside. Jammed it earlier. Please did a great job defensively, but here, too wide, took it out too wide.
Roll shot by Clinton is not down. Harper Murray with another swing off the block. Good coverage there, provided coverage. And Rebecca goes off the block and sits off the ring.
Doing a great job being aggressive. She's up there, and Bergen feeds it right up. I believe it almost looked like it went off the head of Williams.
Plays LeGrand off the net, into the block, and off, and first kill of the match.
Clinton does a great job on the outside. She uses a wide variety of shots here. She had some line. She was trying to go for an action cut the arm of Adriano.
Good pass from Sigler. Nebraska into the middle. Allen once again terminates.
Nebraska's will just continue where they left off last night. They quick transition. Walker's defense doesn't have time to respond.
And the Huskers out to the quick forward.
Choboy up at the service line here, really keeping the pressure on K-State.
Clinton with the angle, great swing. Second kill early for Clinton, and Anaya Clinton. 2 kills, 4 swings, 500 swings.
Just a great shot. She's mixing it up earlier. We started spending line using the block here. She takes that hard, sharp angle.
Adriano from the right back, and Adriano with the kill.
Great set decision. Also gave a whole tempo of the ball. K-State is struggling exposed on the fast tempo that Nebraska is running, especially when they're pushing the fence, and then you can mix in the middles. Got to stay balanced, but it's hard to then get there closed.
No touch, 1-4 Nebraska.
tried that cut shot. Wasn't able to convert.
And the ace. Adriano. 7-2. Nebraska out.
Adriana stayed on the ground. She's been brought out that jump serve kind of late here in the season. Last night missed a couple. Looks like she's going to stay on the floor tonight at least to start off.
Great tip as Fox. Just over the block and Fox. Their first kill.
Fox just tips it over the blocker's hand. Out of reach of Adriano. Adriano serving. She's got to up there quick to get into that defensive posture and stance.
The net line of it.
Shaylee Myers starting off just as she did last night. She had a great outing last night, had 26 kills. She is really their go-to girl on the outside.
We'll apologize to the fans listening for the audio issues that we're having early on. Who was working on her back. We are working on the audio issues. Jackson on the slide. Jackson with the kill. Huskers hitting 600 here early in the match.
And we mentioned just starting off where she left off last night. Incredible night last night, hitting numbers like in the middles for Nebraska on fire. She hit 833.
Tried the tip down the line. Fox got down back row. Harper Murray with the push. First hitting error for Nebraska in the match.
She recognized it that left corner was open. She just didn't quite get it to clear tape. Great recognition with great block coming help from the left side.
Kaylee Pondell back to serve. Good block. Strong edge there by Brand. Brand with the block on Whitehair.
Brand is a good blocker. She actually had a stellar night last night blocking as well. Up and strong on Landfair.
That's thrown down by Landfair. Outside the block, inside the line.
Just that fast tempo ball. Jamming it through the floor.
Riley now back to serve. Out of the back row. Clinton with the big swing. Good dig by Harper Murray. Here's Landfair, but right in the block. Trapped a bit. And point for Nebraska. Into that ball. On K-State.
That's a break for Nebraska. That ball came up to Landfair in a very difficult and really trapped situation. And Wildcats got in the net first.
Shaylee Myers is blocked by Adriano.
Great job there by Adriano, staying put and focusing on Shaylee Myers. Good strong hands. Riley's working hard here, serving to the one position, making the strand come from the left front turn and find that ball, trying to identify and see her attackers.
Adriano inside, pushes deep corner. What position by Adriano?
Great knowledge of the defense, where their position. Their corner is always a vulnerable area. Great control and location.
Still 2 points away from 15, but Jason Mansfield wastes no time. He's going to take a time out of the floor. Huskers on 13-7. So for those of you at home, we apologize. The technicians are on it. Down the line The swing is wide by Williams. Huskers doubling up, take 14-7.
Block there by Shaylee Myers on Adriano. Big energy boost for Wildcats. Williams looks like got her hand and a great closure. Stop Adriano. Adriano there going up against Williams again. This time, Adriano knocked the block back and the ball fell down the front on Wildcat side.
Block touch by the Huskers, pushed outside. But Murray not down. Murray kicked by Sims. Down the back row, Myers off the block and gets the kill.
Shaylee Myers from the back there can be very effective. Here she goes off the edge of the block. Catches Alex's hand. Alex the kill.
Right to the block. Point State. Solid block on Adriano.
Wildcats have done a great job here shutting down the right side. Nebraska, Adriano, she's been bumped a couple times. Big time here with the solid block up.
Hitting error on the Huskers. Back-to-back stops for K-State. They're back to within four. And the ace.
A lot of energy and confidence on the Wildcat side right now. Playing confident, making great plays, serving tough, serving the big block, making a big difference.
Big swing by Alec in the middle.
Great job there by Alex. Probably feeds her right up. Alec does what she's done all season long. Come through big time. Straight up.
Under the center line called on Nebraska. K-State.
Tight set. Tight all up. Riley jammed up there a little bit. So on the line, you just can't go all the way over.
Right of the block. Solid block there by Schmidt. And then the swing is wide. All of a sudden, Wildcats on a run.
The block really has done a great job here for K-State. They're slowing Nebraska down. We've seen some hitting errors by Nebraska. Big on the Wildcat side.
Off the block. Murray kind of pushing Showboy out of the way to get to the ball, and then tools the block for the kill.
Great job again, getting together as a team to again clear out and get a ball that was hittable. Great termination also by Harper Murray.
Down the line, outside the block. Big
such a high contact point, comes straight down on the ball.
Little swipe, great up by Mount. Does that get back across? What a save by Sigler. Outside Murray, off the block. Good up by Myers. Nebraska.
The place is going crazy. Sigler with this incredible save, and then a great finish by Nebraska to win that rally.
What a remarkable effort by Jerea Sigler on the save. And if she recovers and gets back into the play, the Huskers take the point 19-14 here in set one. Back here in Lincoln, 14 Huskers on top of K-State after a remarkable defensive play by Jerea Sigler. And the Huskers end up with the point. They're on top by 5, hitting 250 here in set one. There's a look at Nebraska first. That's some amazing numbers this team is putting up this year.
Andy Jackson up there solid. Bergen actually pulled her hands down so she couldn't be tooled. Read the set and the position that box was in. Jackson stayed strong and finished it off. Great jam shot there by Harper Murray. Goes up and pushes it into Clinton. Just frustrating, I know, for Clinton. There's not a lot you can do. It's just a great shot by Harper Murray. Off the hands of Harper Murray there. Great shot from the right side. Clinton in that rotation stays over on the right side. She's such a great, versatile attacker. Finds high hands.
Good pass in system. Back to Harper Murray. Got the touch and the kill.
Harper Murray with her fifth kill here in the match. Using a wide variety of shots to get there.
Off the touch, point Nebraska 23-15. Huskers 2 away from set number one. Back row attack. Above the net, and now we are at set point in the first.
Great up by Mouth.
Off the block. K-State with the point. Back row, Harper Murray. Block. Hanged up. Just hanging up there. Finally got it to the line.
I think some questions. Nebraska players kind of hesitated, thought it was down maybe earlier. They kind of paused. And Fox took care of business.
Simone Sims down to serve. Good up by Clinton. Yeah, should have been a back row attack again. Point Nebraska. And that led to a couple of late macro attacks on overpasses that will try to pull out by LeGrand. Lead to 2 points for Nebraska. Husker takes set 1 for second round of the NCAA tournament. 1 set the lead over Kansas State. Just did not go away. That's the last time the Huskers have lost.
And the last time these two teams have matched up.
That's right.
So here's a chance to come together again here in the second round, just like last time. That was a part of conversation in the K-State locker room, and it's possible. You just got to believe, and you just got to stay the course.
Huskers lead the all-time series 83-4 over K-State. Look convincing in set number 1. Sloppy here for the Huskers at times. Started off great. Had no hitting errors early on. We're hitting 1,000. Then all of a sudden, a bit of ugliness showed up. A couple of hitting errors for Harper Murray, Adriano, Landfair. Middles still competing. Rebecca Alec hitting 400. Jackson, no surprise, hitting 667.
And I'm going to give credit to also the Wildcats. Their block really made an impact, made some adjustments, and really caused some of the challenges for Nebraska there as well. They did a nice job setting up. We're solid. They really shut down Adriano kind of midway through the set, and so did some really good things and had some good defensive plays too. So both teams hoping to play a little sharper here and in the match, and this is the time you want to be playing your best. K-State comes in, they've got nothing to lose, and they have great belief. Nebraska is on their mission and has a journey. This is one step in it.
Underway in set number 2. First swing by Adriano into the block of Clinton.
Clinton has her number right now, and she totally took line on that, sealed it up. Adriano has been mixing up line in her shot selection. Clinton right there, shut her down.
Swing just long from Harper Murray, and got to the quick lead here in set 2. There's the swing by Harper, just long as Shaylee Myers watches it sail long. Van Lannen with the serve. Ran the middle, into the block. Here is Clinton again, pushes Nebraska's blocks and back over. Good hustle, diving up. Kept it back up. Rebecca Alec in the middle. Alec with her 4th kill.
You know the saying, feed the middles. The middles right now are on fire. Rebecca Alec coming in big here. Great swing, getting the offense going for Nebraska. Challenge here.
I think we're going to have a challenge by K-State. Jason Mansfield pulls out the challenge card. While they look at the, so K-State saying no touch, and that'll be the challenge, is why we look at that and give officiating crew time to walk through that. Want to say thanks for hanging with us as we had audio issues early. We understand those have been taken care of. Kathy and I appreciate the 57 texts that we each got telling us about the audio challenges.
And of course, our friends at Volley Talk, appreciative of us continuing to talk the broadcasting challenges, but we're all here and we're back and ready to go. So call is confirmed, and it's a lost challenge for the Wildcats. Out of the back row, there's Myers with the tip. Bump set out to Harper Murray, pulled inside into the block. K-State on top here, 3-1.
And out of system, Harper tries to just clear, but LeGrand, look at her get up there. She's high hands going up strong, and she's stopping.
Clinton with the angle, good dig by boy. Back outside to Harper Murray with the tip. LeGrand is there. Bump set out to Clinton. Clinton off the block. Here's Harper Murray one more time. That swing is a touch. State with the point. Great high hand swing by Clinton. And K-State frustrating the Huskers here early.
Clinton just, again, using a tool, all different tools, different kinds of shots. And you're right, Nebraska's frustrated. Can't get the ball down.
And Harper Murray wins the joust and the point for the Huskers.
Second push, wins the joust. Murray comes out on top.
Malk with the serve. And the ace. Olivia Malk.
Great control, drop ball, that short ball in the middle, right in front of Myers.
Huskers hitting negative 100 here in set number 2, and I can't recall a time, even during a match this year, where the Huskers have been hitting negative. Harper Murray with the kill.
Yep, not characteristic what we're seeing here in the match so far from Nebraska's offense. Middle's doing what we've seen from them, but outsides are struggling, both pins.
Ran the middle, and the kill by the former Nebraska prep, Brenna Schmidt from Eagle, Nebraska, Elmwood Murdoch High School.
Schmidt doing a nice job going in the gap between the two blockers. Great location.
Anaya Clinton now back to serve. And wide. Murray now serving. LeGrand pushes out. Shaylee Myers with the swing, not down. Taylor Landfair now got the touch from Simone Sims, and the kill by Landfair.
Big swing there by Landfair. I'm not sure if it touched block. Sims got her hands on it for sure. Part of it, it's coming such a fast pace, hard to get out of the way there.
Serve just long. Andy Jackson, look out.
She just gets so high. Her elevation, she's sky high, and then whip arm that she has. I mean, it's dangerous to be across the net from her. And if the blockers don't slow it down, the defense is really at a major disadvantage.
Around the middle, not down by Williams. Myers with the swing, got the touch, good up by Mauk. Outside Landfair again, swipes it into the block. Recycled by the Huskers. Tried the D-ball to Andy, timing is off. And great 4-4 ball by Shaylee Myers.
Yep, just shaving it underneath the block. Thumb down, slicing it inside that sideline. Beautiful shot.
Third service error on Kansas State. And Riley now back to serve. Great second touch. Ava LeGrand. Ava LeGrand out of Omaha, or Papillion La Vista. Papillion to South High School, won a couple of state championships here on this floor.
Really the leader for this Wildcats team. She works hard. I mean, Coach says she is my hardest worker. She runs this offense. She never quits.
Into the block again, and Clinton loves it.
As she should. That was incredible. Great job following Alec to the outside, but Clinton has been physical up there on the block. Alec, Adriano, she shut him down.
There is some purple juice in the building, no doubt. K-State playing fearless right now, and leading the Huskers are tied now at 9-9. And Sigler now back to serve. Jason Mansfield in his third year with the Wildcats this season, the 18 wins that he's had during his time in Manhattan. Good up there by Choboy. They'll push back to Adriano, who will free ball it over. Good opportunity here for the Wildcats, and LeGrand again with the kill right in front of Sigler. 10-9 Wildcats.
LeGrand is an offensive-minded setter. When she's in the front row, you've got to make sure you key in on her, because she loves to take that opportunity when she sees it's appropriate.
Emerson Van Lanen now to serve. And that serve is long. Neither team hitting at an impressive clip in the match. Nebraska's at 196, K-State 157. Will serve. And the ace for Lainey Choboy.
Second one here in the match, I believe. She's really been doing a nice job controlling the ball, making the serve receive, just challenging them with short, deep.
4 aces already for the Huskers through a half, of the block is down. Andy Jackson. Jackson with her second block.
Big swing there by Myers, but ball ricochets and still falls on the Wildcat side.
Clinton again, good up by Bergen Riley. Harper Murray. Myers is there, it played off of the scoreboard. And then pushed by Clinton, no touch, wide point for the Huskers.
And again, you can play off the scoreboard if it stays on your side.
On the slide, the hustle by Choboy, and she goes into the front row, but it's a kill once again for Brenna Schmidt, the senior for K-State.
Schmidt doing a nice job, nice flat ball.
LeGrand now to serve. Good pass by Murray, out to Adriano. Point for K-State.
Left set too long in Adriano's hand. She's been getting blocked, and so she's trying to make some adjustments here, it seems to be, and she's making made an error on that, held that one too long.
Short serve. Andy Jackson.
Andy Jackson's, kill here in the match. She's doing a great job. She just can pop up, That strong step close up, finds a zone.
How about the set by Bergen Riley?
Oh, yeah.
Going to her knee.
Yep, throwing it.
And still found a way to get into the middle. Swing is wide by Fox.
Touch called.
And a touch is called. Point for K-State.
Bergen said no, but Andy said yes. And so coaches said, never mind, we won't challenge that. Got to trust your players, and players need to be honest.
Andy Jackson into the block of Schmidt, but it falls on K-State's side, and Jackson with the point. Huskers first to 15. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. Nebraska on top 1-0, and leads it in a tight one in set 2. Back at the Bob Devaney Center in Lincoln, round 2 of the NCAA tournament. Nebraska on top of K-State. Huskers have notched some notable victories this year in their 31-0 campaign, including 3 early season against some other high-level NCAA teams in Pitt, Stanford, and Kentucky. Of course, they barely survived the win over Creighton. Creighton's already moved into the regionals, the final 16. LeGrand goes behind her to Fox. There was no touch there. Swing is wide. And point Nebraska.
Nebraska's really serving Sims quite a bit. They're keeping pressure on her. They're also serving some short balls, kind of trying to jam things up around that 10-foot line.
Myers pounds it into the block. Good touch for Nebraska. Andy Jackson had a line right between the block and decided to go across court and misses.
Yep. You can see that Schmidt wasn't there close. I think she had some more space, and she really cut it too sharp.
Ball over. And Myers is wide.
We talked too about Bergen Riley really forcing and pushing middles. LeGrand does a tremendous job. She's maybe out of position or whatever, but she does a great job, again, finding ways to get the ball to be hittable by one of her attackers.
Maisie Boziger now in the game to serve. Boziger was almost going to say from the service line. Kaylee now back to serve. Pond, a freshman out of Roanoke, Virginia. 2 critical aces in the first round upset of San Diego late in that set. Good up there by Pond. Opportunity here for the Huskers. Back to Landfair. Another dig by Pond. And another free ball here for Nebraska. Can they tournament? Alec with the tip. Great up by Pond. Pond playing some defense in this rally. Into the net, called on K-State, point Nebraska. But what an effort on 3 consecutive balls by Kaylee Pond.
She did a phenomenal job. That's what she comes in for, serve tough and play great defense. And she had 2 big killer balls at her, and then that pancake to keep the ball alive again. Exactly what you want from her coming in.
Tough serve, and the ace. Bergen Riley with her 17th ace of the season. And a timeout taken as Nebraska extends its lead to 4 here in set number 2. They're on top 19-15, 2-0 in round 2 of the NCAA tournament. Huskers up by 4 here in Lincoln against Kansas State. Second time that Nebraska has faced K-State in the postseason in the last 15 years. 2011, K-State came in and knocked off Nebraska in the second round. That's the last time the Huskers have lost in either a first or second round of the NCAA tournament. You know who the assistant coach for Nebraska on that team was back in 2011 in his first year after being a four-year grad assistant? Dan Husky.
Oh, yes.
Now the head coach of Louisville.
Louisville, yep.
K-State won that in 5.
Larry always coming up with fascinating facts. Love it.
Before that loss in 2011, Nebraska had not lost a first or second round match since 1993. That was in South Bend. They lost to Notre Dame. Big swing there by Myers, and Shaylee Myers gets the kill.
Myers just reading the situation. Alec went up with the middle, so that nice hard angle shot. That's her 5th kill in the match.
Taylor Landfair finally finds the floor. So many times she's pounded into those back row digs, and good angle there by Landfair.
Got a good approach. It was a good ball for her to really swing at and drive a little bit hard at. Got on top of it. She's got such a high contact point. Get up there, you got a sharp angle. She can keep that in play and get it to the floor.
On the slide, touch by Williams. Here's Harper Murray. The hands of LeGrand, and Harper with her 8th kill of the match. She leads Nebraska. And another timeout taken by K-State. Well, they were right in this about midway through set number 2. Had Nebraska rope. Huskers were hitting negative. And since the last time out, the Huskers have gone on a bit of a run to open it up. 5-point lead, 21-16 here in the second. Back here in Lincoln, second round NCAA tournament, Nebraska and Kansas State. Huskers have only hit under 300 3 times this year. The lowest hitting percentage of the year was against Kentucky on the road when they went down 0-2 and reverse swept the Wildcats. In that match, Nebraska 221. They also hit 224 against Pittsburgh to open up the season. That was at Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln.
First match of the year.
And then the only other time they've hit under 300 was at Creighton when they hit 250. So 3 quality opponents, Pitt, Kentucky, and Creighton, were the only 3 times Nebraska's hit under 300. And in the match now for Nebraska, Allie Check. Adriano had been struggling. Adriano was negative 143 hitting percentage with 3 kills, 4 errors. And so Check getting an opportunity here for the Huskers.
And Nebraska has prepared for that by giving players opportunities through the season. So Allie Check ready to come in. She did a nice job. Block down, jumped right in seamlessly.
Check goes off the block, and Allie Check with the kill. This is what a bench can do for you.
And you just love when a player comes in and makes an impact right away. And Allie Check has absolutely done that. And also she's confident. Her teammates are confident in her coming in. That just makes it run smoothly. Diving
up by Choboy, but miscommunication as it fell to the floor. Check tried to come to the backside. Again by LeGrand. LeGrand, 4 kills on 5 attempts. She's hitting .600. And K-State back to within 4.
Nebraska definitely needs to focus and make sure they're keeping track of her up in front.
Murray, good block touch there by Schmidt. Other way, Fox. And I'm going to say in on that far line of the point for Kansas State.
That's a great shot by Fox. Murray was by, she stepped inside. Fox fired it down the line.
Right on the line in front of Choboy. Great serve. Check rolls it over. And pushes out Clinton off the block and out. Clinton with the kill. K-State within 22-20. And a timeout taken by Danny Busbloom Kelly. Nebraska in this set, 147, 203 for the match, and as we said, their previous low hitting percentage was against Kentucky when they went down 0-2, had the reverse sweep. They also hit 224 against Pitt, but since then we have not seen a team control Nebraska offensively like this. And again, the Huskers hitting 356 on the year, Kathy.
I mean, great credit. The Wildcats are doing a phenomenal job digging big balls that a lot of times hit the floor right off that first swing. But Nebraska has struggled offensively, particularly the pins. Both pins, right and left side, have struggled. The block of K-State has been there, and they've really then forced Nebraska to maybe do something that they not normal, you know. And now it's putting some questions or a thought process that slows down Nebraska.
This the 44th consecutive appearance in the postseason for Nebraska. The only team that has made it into all 45 NCAA tournaments is Penn State. Nittany Lions playing tonight on the road in Austin. Nebraska hosting for the 40th of those 44 years. And in a battle here in set number 2 against the Wildcats. Huskers have not dropped a set here at the Devaney Center this year. LeGrand now back to serve. Harper Murray pulled inside. What a block by Schmidt.
Wildcats are doing a great job staying focused, seeing what the attackers are, and being there ready to stop it. The block is doing a phenomenal job. They've got 8 blocks so far against Nebraska.
It is a 4-0 K-State run. Allie check into the block, but it falls on K-State's side, 23-21.
Check doing exactly what she needed to do there, make a difference. To slide off the hands and to the floor.
Olivia Mock now serving. Huskers 2 away from going up 2-0. Touch on the swing. It's wide by Fox, and we have set point here in set number 2. Here is Clinton into the block. Harper Murray with the block to close out set number 2, and Nebraska wins it 25-21. Wildcats making the Huskers look pedestrian at times in set number 2. 25-21, Nebraska is on top. 2-0 here in round 2 of the NCAA tournament. It's been a struggle for Nebraska, but they've managed to take a 2-0 lead over Kansas State. Hit 197 in the match. Adriano had struggled early. She's hitting -3 kills, 4 errors, 7 swings. That prompted Allie Check to come into the match. Check with kills on 4 swings. It's, not only does it give Nebraska a fresh look when someone like Check comes in, but it also gives the opponent a different look than what they've seen in preparation early in the match, and especially with the lefty out there.
And she's a lefty in addition to that. So definitely adjustments. Both teams are making adjustments, and it's kind of a chess match how you respond to those changes. K-State has come out aggressive, attacking. The blocking of K-State really stands out to me, and it's really impacted Nebraska's offense. 8-4 out there. Nebraska's been serving tough, but the block has then stepped up and helped K-State then be in a better position and be in a position. They were in a spot in set number 2.
So ready for set number 3 here in Lincoln. I don't know if the word sloppy, but as sloppy as it has looked for the Huskers, they are on top 2-zip, and they have been pushed here by the Wildcats.
To me, they're just not quite as dialed in, as sharp and as clean tonight. And so we'll see if the break
I think you have to give some of that credit to K-State.
Absolutely.
I mean, you take a look at the season for Kansas State. There are only 4 teams this year that have hit over 300 against Kansas State. BYU, 372. BYU was exited in the first round. UCSB hit 352 against them. And West Virginia hit 312. I guess the fourth would be Arizona State, which one of the top teams in the Big 12 Conference, which is the top RPI conference in the nation. Good tip there by Rebecca at the net for the point. So my point is it's a team that has caused trouble for other offenses.
Absolutely, and we're seeing that today. So it's a combo. And as we said, it's who's going to adjust and who can make those adjustments.
Riley pushes it back. Adriano's back in there, and Adriano gets the kill on the hands of Jordan Williams.
Yep, going, cut shot. And Bergen Riley giving her confidence in the goods.
On the slide, Williams goes down the line and on the line in front of Choboy, who chose to let it hit the floor.
Great shot there by Williams. She's quick, she's dynamic attacker, but she paints that line with that shot.
So Emerson Van Lanen now back to serve. Van Lanen out of Kimberly, Wisconsin, Appleton North High School. Just a freshman for the Wildcats. Spinning up there by K-State's Clinton, and then Rebecca Alec just flips it over.
She's so disciplined. As soon as the ball goes to the opponent's side, she is up in her base with high hands. And so she doesn't get caught off guard. Really, Nebraska's tipping to that middle spot and really causing K-State to kind of converge in there, and then it limits what they can do offensively. Nice adjustment.
Myers out of the back row goes deep corner. Great shot by Shaylee Myers. Myers, the former Lincoln, Nebraska product out of Lincoln Southwest High School. All-time leader in kills and aces at Lincoln Southwest.
She's 20 plus or more kills 12 times this season. She has been the mainstay for this offense.
Andy Jackson's swing is long, hitting error.
Looked like it kind of didn't come off her hand cleanly. Kind of off the side versus the whole hand being able to follow through.
Fantastic dig there in that rally by K-State, and in the ace. And the Wildcats on a 3-0 run to take a 4-3 lead.
Sigler and Harper Murray communicating about that ball.
Adriano one-on-one and just torches it wide. Just torches it in the State bench.
She had a lot of space there, obviously, but just gets the back of it instead of on top of it.
Adriano again, roll shot over. And got the kill. So Adriano hitting right at 0 now.
And, Riley just continues to push it to her. Says, I believe in you. Keep sticking with me. You're going to get it.
Great hustle by LeGrand to get to the dump try by Bergen Riley. One-handed up by Choboy. Fantastic from off the net. Great push out to Clinton. What a set by LeGrand. And the same thing on the other side. Great push by Bergen Riley. And Andy Jackson with the kill.
Both these setters are not afraid to throw that ball, change directions, push the middle in situations that most would say, I don't think you can get it there. Both of them are very good about doing that.
Huskers last night with double-digit serve errors. Tonight they've cleaned it up a bit. That's the third. Clinton out of Midland, Texas. And Andy Jackson slide with another kill. Jackson, 7 kills, hitting over 400 now.
Just really, again, challenging the middles of K-State to keep up with her. She's so quick, coming around on the backside.
Pounds it into the block. Good touch by Nebraska. I'll go right back to Andy Jackson again, and Jackson delivers. 8 kills for Jackson.
Great job there by Landfair. She takes that ball and gives it in perfect position to Riley. Sets up the quick swing. Wow,
tough serve.
Cleared the tape.
Good swing by Fox, who gets the kill. Nebraska's block was late in closing, and Fox takes advantage.
Right at that seam, the vulnerable spot. If you're not closed and ready, that's the point.
Sims into the net. 6 errors on the Wildcats.
Now serving for the Huskers, number 15, Andy Jackson.
Oh, great swing just on the line by Williams, who found the corner.
Excellent. You can't do it any better than that. She turns it sharp, has some top spin on the ball, drops it right on that sideline.
Knows Andy Jackson in the middle of the back row. Takes advantage. Riley well off that. And the swing by Landfair is wide.
Nebraska has, I believe, 17 hitting errors in this match so far. Very uncharacteristic. And again, credit not only to the block, the defense on the Wildcat side.
Nebraska has not had more than 15 hitting errors in a match since September 16th. That swing is just wide, point for Nebraska. That was the match against Creighton in which it went 5. Nebraska had 26 hitting errors, but since then, Kathy, the most they've had is 15. Match at Purdue.
Yeah.
Landfair tries to go deep corner. Fantastic up by Sims, but cannot keep it alive. Point for Nebraska.
Nice job there. A strong move by Landfair. Sims firing into that middle of the court area as she saw Landfair going up with that one hand, open hand, but good strong push.
It's been a good rotation for Nebraska. With Bergen Riley at the service line, they went on a 3-0 run right before that service error. Myers now back to serve for the Wildcats. And now the error getting to pile up for K-State. That's number 8.
You got to serve aggressive back there, and K-State coming into this match, their game plan is be aggressive. We are the aggressor in this situation here. We've got nothing to lose. We're going for it. They've done that, but you got to, again, find that balance, too, especially in the service line.
Great swing by Adriano.
And just watching the players and the interaction, and Riley is really trying to reinstill confidence in Adriano. She's giving her the ball and talking to her after every swing, and it's very apparent the leadership there and the confidence building that's developing there.
Great point. Williams on the slide. Bump set from Bergen Riley. Harper Murray provides the free ball. Out of the back row, Myers did not clear. Adriano was there. Point Nebraska on the block.
Tough serve.
Tough serve, and the ace.
Just a
Rhea Sigler.
Yeah, low flat serve to that right side at a sharp angle. Just a outstanding serve. Very difficult.
Huskers the first to 15 at the media timeout. 15-10. Nebraska on top 2-0 in sets. First-year head coach Danny Busboom Kelly leading the way for these Nebraska Cornhuskers. The last time Nebraska had a first-year head coach, that was back in 2000. And the Huskers finished 34-0, and in John Cook's first season as a head coach, Terry Pettit handed him a stacked roster, and he won a national title. Will he do the same for Danny Busboom Kelly? Huskers 31-0 on the year, their best ever regular season, most regular season wins in program history. They had 30, which outclipped both 83 and 2024. Clinton tries to go line, and Anaya is just wide. Point for Nebraska. Huskers beginning to open up here in the third set.
And Sigler's doing a great job this rotation serve, really keeping pressure on limited options for the Wildcats offense.
Off the tape. Good up by Pond. How about that? Clinton pounds it into the block. Nebraska's block is solid, but it goes off K-State and lands on the floor for Nebraska.
So basically it ricochets off of Clinton's head, back over, and to the floor on the Nebraska side.
It's a header kill.
Yep. This isn't soccer.
Or a killer header. I'm not sure which one it is, but
Killer
it works.
headache,
yeah.
probably.
Probably right. Rebecca Alec, no doubt.
So good. That's her sixth kill in the match. She's hitting 333.
And Nebraska hitting 375 now in set number 3. Beginning to warm up a bit. Texas has advanced with a 3-0 win over Penn State. Penn State finishes the year at 19 wins. That's only the third time in their program history they have not had 20 wins. The other two, the first ever year, 1982, first ever year of the NCAA tournament, and the COVID year. Only two other times Penn State has not reached 20 wins. They finish with 19 wins on the season.
Adriano, her seventh kill, and again, that confidence just keeps growing. Riley keeps feeding her, and she's finding ways to get it done.
And Kansas State will take a timeout. Huskers on top 18-12. We told you earlier about, Nebraska's tournament history. This is the 44th consecutive appearance of Nebraska. The only team to make all of them would be Penn State, which made that first. The reason Nebraska didn't make it back in 1982 was there were only 20 teams that got into the postseason back in that first year. And despite winning both the Big 8 conference and the Big 8 tournament, Nebraska was not invited to first ever NCAA tournament, the only one they have ever missed. So they trail Penn State by one all-time in terms of tournaments missed. Stanford is another team that has made 44, and the one year Stanford didn't make it was the COVID year because they weren't allowed to practice or play early on. So they really suffered through a tough COVID year. As Kevin Hambley will tell you, it was not easy going on the farm.
Yeah. Very stressful year.
But the Huskers have been at everyone since. This is the 40th year they are hosting in the postseason. They've won 27 consecutive NCAA tournament matches at Devaney. That's an ongoing full record. And again, the last time they lost at home in the postseason was to Kansas State in 2011. That team led by Susie Fritz. She had two former Nebraska preps on her team and another player who played junior college in Nebraska, so had three with Nebraska connections on that squad too. Olivia Malk now back to serve. Not down, great reaction, but it doesn't get back over. We'll give Malk the ace.
Yes. That's her second in this match and her 18th this season.
Overpass. Back row attack called on K-State. On those overpasses,
Yeah.
the setter, when in the front row, is so tempted to go up and get it, but as long as Nebraska swings at it, it's going to be a back row attack, just like this.
She's just trying to save that ball,
Yep.
and that's what she should do.
Right.
Oh, another tough serve.
Overpass, and Harper Murray puts it down, and Nebraska's getting tough from the service line here late. Jason Mansfield will take another timeout. Nebraska on a 4-0 run. 1-12 the score here in round number 2 of the NCAA tournament. It has not been pretty, but Nebraska has managed to take a 2-0 lead and looking for the sweep once again at home as they are in control here in set number 3, 21-12. And Olivia Mauk has done a terrific job from the service line.
Nebraska's offense is starting to go going. They're hitting .474 in this set. So definitely some changes there offensively.
Good pass by Sigler outside to Murray, who has to left-hand it over. That'll be left for Clinton, who goes off the top of the block. Right back to Murray. Better swing for Murray, and a kill.
Wow. Murray got a great swing there on the ball, got on top of it, fired it right down the line. The Grand pops a hand up, really protecting herself as in that situation. Ball's coming with a lot of heat, fast.
Great line shot by Clinton.
Yes.
The sideline for the kill.
Clinton leads the Wildcats. That's her 7th kill, but she's just done it with a wide range of shots. She's hit some key shots at key times for them.
Tough first touch. Harper will free ball it over. LeGrand pushes behind. Fox into the block. Great up. LeGrand saves it. Choboy keeps it alive. Sig bump set. Harper Murray will provide a second free opportunity here for K-State in this rally. Myers with the swing. Boy, good first touch. Right back to Myers again. Choboy with the dig. Huskers defense strong in this rally. One more chance. Myers, we have a whistle into the net called on K-State. So often in those long rallies, you get a little fatigued, and then you bump a net, you hit a clip of tape.
You get over-aggressive, your body control, one of those two things usually occurs.
Serve is wide. It's always a disappointing way to end a long rally, but it happens so often.
Yep.
Sims back to serve. Nebraska 2 away from the match and the sweep and moving on to the regional. Oh, Andy Jackson. Wow. Just a little punch right between the block before it closed, and Andy Jackson with another kill. She now has 10 kills in the match, above 500.
Well, and how about Riley knees?
Yeah.
Wow.
Andy hitting .533 in the match, below her Big Ten Conference average, if you can believe it. Match point here for the Big Red. Rebecca Alec. And Williams, good feed by LeGrand, and Williams puts it away.
Great job there by Williams to get open and available. Nice finish for her.
Nebraska hitting .440 in this set, .260 for the match. Second match point for the Huskers. Riley, Harper Murray back row. No touch, point K-State. Tough up, bump set out. Good opportunity here for the Wildcats. Shaylee Myers off the top of the block, bump set. Here's Landfair. Landfair off the block and wide, and that will do it, but we're going to have a challenge.
Yep. I was going to say.
We will have a challenge from Jason Mansfield. It was very close to the line. No risk in taking the challenge now. Yep, absolutely.
Here we're going to see if we can get a good look here. Believe it cleared out.
Is that your official call?
That's my official call.
Texas A&M and TCU knotted at 1 set apiece currently. Kansas has advanced. If Nebraska were to win here, if this call goes their way, Huskers would have the Jayhawks, so they would go from one in-state Kansas school to the other. The Huskers played the Jayhawks in the spring.
Right.
Here at the Danny Center, it was a scrimmage, but Danny Busman's first ever scrimmage. The call stand. Nebraska survives and advances. And that is the name of the game in the postseason. They don't ask how, they just ask how many. And for Nebraska, that is 2 wins in the postseason of the 6 they're trying to take down. Huskers in the third set hit 393, 253 for the match. And Nebraska will advance to face Kansas here in Lincoln as the regionals move to the capital city of Nebraska, Lincoln, for the Huskers and KU. That'll do it from here in Lincoln. Nebraska wins in a sweep over Kansas State. For Kathy Wieskamp, I'm Larry Putney. For our entire production crew, thanks so much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the exciting NCAA tournament.